Right, check. And, just waiting for this to go live here. Alrighty then. Well, hello, and welcome to the first ever KiddWrites Convos. I'm Michael Kidd, and I can't stop writing. So this first video is probably going to look a little bit different from videos I do in the future. Partially, I have to establish a tone. Partially, I have a big announcement I'm making this week. Partially, I just don't know what I'm doing. Please feel free to like, comment, and say good afternoon in the chat. So, without further ado, KiddWrites is excited to announce the formation of KiddCreates. In addition to my usual services as a writer, the lovely and talented Ashley Cheryl Kidd is joining us as she's going to be creating graphics. That means you can get all the content you need for your site. You get the copywriting, you get product descriptions, all the social media stuff. But you also get graphic design, you get custom images created all in one convenient place. But as Billy May says, but wait, there's more. So KiddCreates, we're not just offering a new service. It's also kind of a statement of what we're about, both as a family and as a business. We're creatives. I'm creative. Ashley's a creative. We make things because we love to make them. I love to write. She loves social media management. She loves making graphics. And in that spirit, we also will be launching an authors and an artist spotlight. So what that means is that for 2 weeks, starting with one of these videos, we will be promoting an author or an artist whose work we've been really enjoying, to try and get them a little bit more exposure, to try and get them in front of a few more people and boost them a little bit. So if you are a creative yourself, hit us up. You could be the next featured creative. So to give you an example of what that might look like, I'm going to use one of my stories for this videos. I'm an egomaniac. Thank you for asking. So let me pull that up here. Here we have one of the stories from my ongoing short story series about a wizard named Jake Salvador. There are something like 5 or 6 of these at the moment. They're all available on the KiddWrites Patreon for the low price of free. So I'm going to read you a passage from one that is probably the favorite one I've written so far, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. Ooh, boo boo boo. Now I gotta get into my narrator's voice. Jake tapped his staff on the ground and muttered an incantation, and a circle filled with arcane writing appeared on the space on the floor that he had just cleared away. Jake held fast, and the circle began to glow, brighter and brighter, until it was impossible to look at. Then the light seemed to crash into the floor with a massive rippling wave that hit the sides of the circle and then bounced back, before swirling the center and dimming to reveal a being with the body of a man and the head of an ibis. "Who dares disturb the studies of Hapshet? Scribe a thought," the ibis man began before seeing Jake and recoiling with exasperated recognition. "Sets curses upon you, Salvador, not again." Jake gave Hapshet a formal bow. "Salutations, Keeper of Secrets," Jake said formally. "Salutations to you as well, Wizard of the West," the ibis man said dryly. "What hidden truth have you sought my counsel to uncover?" The formality dropped away from Jake, and he leaned casually on his staff. "Where's my hat?" Jake asked. As ibises have beaks, not jaws, their jaws cannot drop. That fact of reality did not stop Hapshet's jaw from dropping at the absurdity of the question. Alright, so now here's where I talk a little bit about what the author or artist is doing here that works for me and why I think they're awesome overall. So I'm going to do that about myself because, again, I'm an egomaniac. So first of all, love the visuals here. Whoever wrote this, just fantastically descriptive artist. Just wonderful. You should read everything they ever do. especially in the first paragraph. You get a lot of really good things setting the scene. Going back up so that I can look at that. Especially, the description of the circle and the lights going. Very good visual stuff. The real strength where I think that this piece shines, though, and why it's one of my favorites, is just kind of the play with the contrast of it. This particular scene, it starts with a description that's really, really easy to visualize. And, Maddox is deciding he wants to chime in here. Hi, buddy. Interesting opinion. Where was I? It starts with a really easy to visualize description, but it's not really an emotional one. It's just kind of describing what's happening in the scene. And then towards the end there, you've got a description of an event where you could connect to the character's emotion, but not so much to what the actual physical movement looks like. Obviously, when you're saying about something that's impossible and can't happen, like an ibis dropping his jaws, you can get a visual. You can't really get a visual description of that, just kind of an emotional one. So there's a lot of other fun contrasts happening there. Like, it starts out it's like a paragraph of description, and then it's like a paragraph of dialogue. There's this very serious tone to it, and then all of a sudden it's just this very absurd request of summoning a minor deity to find your hat. And so there's a lot of fun things I play with there. Leave a comment below if you spot one. I want to see if you spot them all, including any I might have missed. Alright, so thank you for indulging my egomania. Jake Salvador Lost Treasure is available for free on my Patreon. I'll be posting the link periodically throughout the week and through the next week, like I'll be doing for any future artists that I'm making, and I need to go check on it. So I better wrap this up. I'm going to keep these as short as painless as I can, so I'll be back in about 2 weeks, same bat time, same bat place, for another KiddWrites Convos. If you are creative, get to submitting those works. If you're a follower, stay tuned. We'll be updating and growing regularly. And no matter who you are, spend more time doing the things you love. Bye.